What's up, guys? How we doing? How we doing? How we doing? I'm here. I'm here. I'm a little tardy, but it's okay. I'm here, guys. I'm here. How we doing today? How we doing today? Today, I got something so perfectly planned. So perfectly planned. What's up, fam? Uh,
Recording in progress.
what's up, fam? How we doing?
Good.
How we doing? How we doing? Dope. All right. Wanda, let's hear a win. You were here first, girl. Let's go.
Let's go, girl. The win. Well, what did I mention a win before to you in a message?
I don't know. You tell me.
I have to think about it. Can you choose somebody else for me? I have to think about it.
All right. I'll give you a few minutes. My girl, Rose, what's going on?
Hey,
How we doing, Rose?
exhausted. It's been such a long week and it's only Wednesday.
Oh, man. Give me a win, though. I know listen, you've been killing it. And right now you're doing your steps.
A win for me right now is I'm finally outside walking. What I've been doing is I've been pushing it off because the weather hasn't been so good at night.
Yeah,
And really at night is the only time I can like really go out for a walk.
I hear you.
So on the app, I noticed that you had yoga. So what I've been doing is I bought weights, 3-pound weights, and I go on YouTube in my living room and I do like a Zumba. Like I just watch video and I do it with them with my weights. So every time I do like yoga, it's really Zumba that I'm doing. I just can't change it.
You can't change it. Oh, you actually can't. But what you can do, Rose, just to give you some support, if you
Yeah.
click on the day
Uh-huh.
on the calendar, it will give you the
Okay.
option to add a workout.
Okay.
Okay,
Alright,
so
I'll do it tonight then.
Within that option, I believe it will give you the option of dancing or Zumba or something along those lines. So you can actually
Okay.
really
Cool.
check that in. Yeah. This way we
Alright.
know that you're active and you're
I'm
not doing
doing
yoga,
it,
you're doing
yeah.
something.
So when Ruby, I finally came outside and I'm getting some fresh air and taking this walk.
I love this. Congratulations, Rose.
Thank you.
And I love the shirt, by the way. It brings out your eyes.
You just came out the washer.
Rose, do you have any
Right,
questions for me before we move on?
No, everything's good with me so far.
Phenomenal. I sent you your progress report, by the way. Check that out.
I was taking a look at it, but I was like, oh, let me look at it later since it's almost time for our meeting.
Yeah, absolutely. That's fine. I already gave you some homework in there, all right?
Okay, I looked into it.
All right, sweetie. Dope. Wanda, you got your wins already?
Yes, I do. Okay.
Give me your win, girl.
I went from 94.9 on April from muscle mass gain to 95.1 muscle mass gain.
It's phenomenal.
And then on top of that, I'm lifting 70 pounds, 15 reps on leg extension.
That's a personal record, girl.
Yes.
I love that. I think it's time now to just add a little bit more weight. I'm gonna note that into my program.
Hey, it's a little harder to do it, but I'll try this week.
We'll try and we'll lower the reps as well. I'll put that in my notes.
Got you.
I love that, Wanda. Now, Wanda, is there any questions for me before we move on? I have a hot topic today.
Let it off. I'm fine now.
I love it, Wanda. Dope. Is that my boy Donnie?
Yes, sir.
What up, Donnie? What's going on, bro?
Hot mess. Look at a hot mess. Look at them 12 hours.
A hot mess, bro. Listen, with the 60 pounds you already lost, bro, you're far from a hot mess.
Sir.
Let's hear a win, brother.
A win?
Hell yeah, a win, bro.
I mean, the only win that I had from last week, because work, I had that, like I said, that 140-pound max of the Roman deadlift. That's it. I mean, other than that, like I actually made it to the gym on my days off, so I really didn't have a day off.
Brother, that's a phenomenal win. Number one. Number two, dude, 140 pounds dumbbells on Romanian deadlifts is
But
heavy
I
too.
mean, the most reps I did was 10 3 times, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean that was still a little heavy. But I think last time I did like 120 or something. Or 60, I don't know, I don't remember. But I said, let's try 280 ones. So
I love that, brother.
yeah.
I love that. How you feeling with lifting that much weight now? Compared to when you started, you were just doing body weight exercises at home, G.
I feel better. Like I'm actually more active. I actually heard something on the radio. You could tell me if it's true or not, but I don't know. They said that if you do more weights and do cardio, you'll feel better. You'll burn more calories. I think I heard.
If you do more weights, you'll build muscle and you burn more calories. If you do cardio, you would work your heart and you will burn muscle.
No, but I'm saying like do cardio after you do like lifting weights.
Absolutely. So you're completely right. So if you were to do cardio in your program, you would always want to do it after your workouts, never before. And by the way, before anyone kills me, when you're doing a cardio machine, if you're doing less than 5 minutes, less than 10 minutes before a workout, that's completely fine. That's not considered cardio. You can do that as a warm-up or anything like that. Okay? But cardio would be anything more than like 10 minutes before a workout. That's something you don't want to do. You would want to save it for after. Absolutely, definitely.
Okay.
All right, that was a good question, Donnie. Wanda, what's up? Talk to me.
I wanted to add on to what Danny said.
Yeah.
I've been doing about 10 minutes of cardio on the treadmill or the Stairmaster the first 10 minutes of my workout. And then at the end, I started to incorporate another maybe 5 minutes at the end of my strength training. That's what I've been doing.
That's completely fine. Like I said, it would up to 10 minutes. What I would even do, Wanda, is if you want to kind of like just feel a little stronger and feel a little bit more energized throughout the workouts, I would suggest maybe even trying doing 5 minutes in the beginning and then swapping that 10 for after. Does that make sense? You could try that. And if you feel a little stronger during your workouts, phenomenal, stick to that. If not, you could just go back to how it is right now because you're already hitting personal records. Everybody's a little different. That's just a general rule. Okay. But no more than 10 minutes before a workout. Absolutely. Cool. Love it. All right. So guys, today what I want to talk about is I want to give you guys a little bit of tough love. I'm not known to give that much tough love, especially on the calls, but I want to avoid something that's extremely common. Okay. Last week, you guys crushed the challenge. Whether you guys won or not, that's besides the point. You guys really showed up and was accountable to the challenge. And just for clarification for everybody who's watching, the challenge, even new clients, the challenge was a July 4th theme, and it was to basically show up in different realms of my application. I'm not going to go into that detail with that. However, the prize was a spa day completely paid for by me specifically. Now, what happens is some of you, in general, I'm not going to name, some of you disappear after, like, the second a challenge finishes. And what I want to stress is that you did not come this far to go half-ass on it now after a challenge. You guys always show up to a challenge, and I don't want you guys to be dependent on a challenge to stay consistent. Yes, the challenge is to give you that extra boost. Absolutely. That's why I do it. But I do not want you guys to be dependent on a challenge and then disappear after. That's the key thing. I don't want you guys going MIA after. Okay? I don't want you guys to clap for yourself on Friday when a challenge finishes and then get soft by Sunday. Not show up for yourself on Sunday. Not be consistent for yourself on Sunday. Okay? So the reason your body hasn't changed in the past isn't because of your diet. It's because the moment the pressure's off, you quit on yourself. That's a key thing. For anyone who's on my training program or anyone who's watching the replay or even on TikTok, Instagram, or YouTube, 9 times out of 10, because the moment the pressure is off of you, you quit on yourself and you stop prioritizing yourself and your health. You fall off every time life gets slightly uncomfortable. This right here, that right there, right after a challenge, because you feel uncomfortable because you're not aiming for a specific minor goal, is when most people quit. That's why everybody looks the same every August. But you, my clients, most of you guys that do show up, 1% are the 1% of you are consistent, are on my training program, are utilizing the challenge and still showing up to the calls. You guys are the 1%. So congratulations on that. So I do want you to focus on something called a non-negotiable in the next 30 days. This is July. This is prime time summer. Prime time summer. This is a make or break. This is what will determine whether you're going to look fluffy or skinny fat or have bingo arms by August, or you're going to see a difference in August. So you need to stay consistent. So here are 3 non-negotiables for the next 30 days. Number 1, you need to show up when you don't feel like it. You need to show up when you don't feel like it. This is key. Discipline starts when the vibe ends. When the challenge ends, this is when discipline starts. You don't need motivation. You need to hold your own word. You promised yourself this one thing. You promised yourself that you were going to put yourself as priority number 1. You promised yourself that you were going to pour into your cup before you pour into others. Whether it's your kids, whether it's your patients, whether it's your parents, whether it's your husband, you need to pour into yourself before you pour into someone else. Okay? Number 2, stop rewarding yourself with excuses. You ate clean for 7 days. You stayed consistent for 7 days for the challenge. Cool. That's not a personality. That does not mean that you stop after the 7 days of the challenge. Consistency over time is what actually earns you this transformation for August, this transformation for this upcoming year. Don't chase perfection, but show up. Consistency still is at 80%. You want to be at 80%. You don't have to be perfect, but consistent. Show up for yourself. Okay, so number 1 is show up when you don't feel like it. When you wake up, when it's long, when it's too early, when it's too late, right after work, show up, go to the gym. Like, for example, Rose, right now she's walking. She had a rough week and she's still walking to get her steps in. That's what I'm fucking talking about. Number 2, stop rewarding yourself with excuses. And number 3, the boring shit. You need to do the boring stuff better than everybody else. What is the boring stuff? Put on the chat. What are the boring stuff? What's the boring stuff in fitness? What are the boring stuff in fitness? You could type 1, you could type a few, it doesn't matter. What are the boring stuff in your fitness journey? Tell me. Come on, Chad, I'm waiting for you. What is the boring stuff in your fitness journey? I'll give you guys a few seconds. Let's go, Wanda. Let's go, Rose. Let's go, Donnie. Give me the boring stuff. The boring stuff, steps, protein, progress reports, check-ins, communication with your trainer or your registered dietitian, your workouts. You want to look different from last year. You want to look different from 5 years ago. You want to look different from 10 years ago. You need to live different. That's the reality of life right now. Okay? Fam, I need you guys to remember, you did not join Abarca Fitness to kinda change. You joined because you're tired of being fucking stuck. You didn't want to kinda change. You joined because you're tired of being stuck. Clients, Wanda, you look alive. Drop in the chat right now. What's the habit you've been half-assing, half committing to that you're locking in starting tonight? Talk to me. Water intake. I love that. Ironically, I gave you homework on water intake on the progress report. I love that. I'm trying to log into the gym. Good. Sign up and haven't made it. You signed up already, Rose? Yep. Okay. Listen, let's dive into that. So you signed up already, you made the commitment, you take that first step, that's phenomenal. You haven't made it yet. Has it been time, Rose, or has it been something else? There's no wrong answer. No time. Okay. You're not sure if you want to do morning or night. This is what I'm going to suggest, Rose. And I complimented you on your progress report because you're so coachable and you've been applying every little thing that I've been suggesting. So apply this. It doesn't matter because you have no time. It doesn't matter whether you have an hour, 30 minutes, or even 20 minutes. Your homework for the remaining of this week is to show up to the gym at least once. I don't even care if it's just for you to check in, walk on the treadmill for 5 minutes and then leave. I need you to just show up there. That is a short goal that you can absolutely do. Wanda says, I got days I don't want to go to the gym, but I remind myself to show up for myself. I love that, Wanda. That's good. That's phenomenal. That's what I'm talking about. And Rose, what would be the cherry on top is when you're in there, whatever you do, whether it's 2 minutes or an hour, anytime throughout the day or in the morning or at night, doesn't matter, post it on the community chat and tag me. Okay, I would love that. That will make my day. All right, so guys, this is what I want to remind you one more time. You didn't join Abarca Fitness to kind of change. You joined because you're tired of being stuck. Tired of playing small, tired of being of being in this hamster wheel. I like to call it that, starting over and over again. So you have a choice here. Fall off like you used to, or show up this week harder than ever and actually earn the results that you say you want. Because if you want to be different, you got to start acting different. Okay? I wanted to give you guys some tough love. If you have any questions, say yes and ask your questions on the chat. If you have no questions, just put no and let me know so I can stop. Go hard, no gains. That's me. I love that, Wanda. Any questions on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube? No. Any questions? No questions. Good. Rose, no questions. Donnie, no questions. I'll give you guys 10 seconds to reply. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, guys. I love you. Apply. Check out the progress reports. Okay. Each of you guys have your tasks. All right. I love you all. Live chat. What is this? All right, guys. Love you all. Appreciate you coming on.